If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos.
Aloha! Aloha, everybody. We are making a no-bake praline cheesecake. This is my absolute favorite cheesecake recipe. I guess, it's so hard to pick, but I do love a no-bake cheesecake more than a baked one because it's creamier. What you're going to start with is a cup of almond milk, okay? So let's see, where's my cup? All right, my measuring cup is right over here. Good spot to put it, right, Maria? We're going to do 1 cup of that. And you could put this into a microwave safe bowl or into a pot. I'm going to do a pot so we can avoid the microwave. And then we need 3 teaspoons of gelatin. And I love my Further Foods gelatin. You all know. Gelatin. You love gelatin because we make what?
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. Check out the video for gummy bears or gummy worms. And you just want the gelatin to soften. Kind of sprinkle that in so it doesn't clump up. Might want to whisk it.
Whisk it.
Okay, why don't you whisk it? And I need 1 more teaspoon. Okay.
Gelatin makes.
And then I'm going to turn this on just so it simmers because that's going to make the gelatin actually work. Meanwhile, while Kai does that, and remember, share the recipes with your friends and you could win a book. Now that I'm touching it, you need 5 blocks of cream cheese that's soft in a bowl like that. And we're going to use a silicone mold like this. And it's like a little bundt mold. It makes the most beautiful cheesecake. All right, so that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to put 1.5 cups of Swerve confectioners into my bowl like that. And I'm going to just start mixing it up. I wish I would have had the hand mixer ready. So Kai, you want to tell a joke? Is that hot enough?
No.
Nope, it's not hot enough. Okay. If it's simmering, you can turn it off. Oh, is it simmering yet? No? How you doing? Good. Good. Did it simmer? Maybe not. There we go. So see, it helps to have 2 people. 1 person do the simmering and 1 person do the mixing. Here we go. I absolutely love this cheesecake, and it's perfect because you don't have to turn the heat on really. Just a little bit of a stove, or you could use a microwave. Stovetop. I'm going a little crazy. And then if you want, you could add some vanilla or almond extract, whatever you want. The filling is going to be extra good, Kai. You're going to like this one. So once that's simmering, which it is, I'm going to then pour that into my cheesecake mixture. Okay, you can take this out. We're going to use that later to make the crust. And I'm going to pour that on in here. Okay, you could use heavy cream. I'm just using almond milk to lighten it up a little bit. And it doesn't really change the flavor. All right.
I can
mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. And then we're going to pour it into the silicone mold and we're going to put it in the freezer while we make the crust. All right?
But I don't like nuts.
We're going to add a little bit of our salt. A little bit of salt in desserts goes a long way. It makes it sweeter. Salt is a flavor enhancer. All right, Kai, that's perfect. Thank you. So I get it all to myself then, don't I?
Yep.
So it might be a little thin, but that's okay because the gelatin will make it thick. It's really, really delicious that way. So I actually bring this to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You do?
Yep.
I never tried it.
You're too busy with cousins and friends.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Mm-hmm. So this is going to go into the freezer. I forgot to tell everybody my tip. If you put this onto a baking sheet, then it's much, much easier. So let's do that. Would you go get the blue baking sheet for me? The blue baking sheet. Because if I put it in there just like this, it would wobble and tip over and spill. When we don't want that to happen. So here's the blue baking sheet, and we're going to put that on here, and that is going to go into the freezer, and we'll catch you back in a little bit. Okay, Kai, were you tasting the cinnamon?
Yeah.
Yes, of course he was. We are now going to make the crust to the no-bake cheesecake, and what we're going to do, 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of butter. We're going to, can you open the other one while I open it, this one? We're gonna put this into a pot over very high heat, okay? So put that in there, turn this on, very high heat, because we're gonna brown the butter. That's gonna make our praline flavor of the crust. And I know Kai's sad about the nuts, but it wouldn't be praline cheesecake if we didn't do nuts. So browning the butter, if you want to watch a video of me making it, check out the link. But this is a very delicious recipe. Brown butter tastes great on fish, shrimp, lobster, steak, you name it. Ooh, let's get the butter in the pan. Browning the butter, what it's going to do is it eventually, once the butter's melted, it's going to froth up. And you hear it sizzling, and then all of a sudden it froths and get real quiet. I can do this almost without seeing it. And then the brown flecks appear. That's why you want to whisk, because if you don't whisk it, it will turn black. Okay, while the butter is browning, I'm pulling the cheesecake back out of the oven, because when it's finished, we're going to put the crust in it. So you hear it? It's quiet now. It's browning. It's browning. Yep, there it is. I love brown butter, and it makes everything smell delicious. It smells like caramel. So you can push this pretty hard to get it pretty dark. If you like not such a strong caramel flavor, you can stop it when you feel like you want to. I'm going to stop it now. Okay, and then I'm going to add my sweetener. It is about 3/4 of a cup of the Swerve confectioners. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, and then 1 cup of pecans. Okay, got that, Kai?
Yep.
Yep, salted pecans we're using. And then we're going to put that into on top of the cheesecake, okay? Because this is going to be inverted, which I'll show you. Tomorrow we'll come back and finish it up.
Yep.
So I'm going to pour this into the cheesecake. Oops. You want to make sure that it's set a little bit. It's starting to sink in there. So we might wait and let this sit a little bit before we put this in there, okay? We'll come back in a little bit. Okay, everybody. I gave it about an hour in the freezer to set, because I started putting the crust in, and guess what? It all sank to the bottom. So now I'm going to heat this up again.
Sticky.
Yep. So I let the crust just sit there, and it got a little bit hard, so I'm going to heat this up again until it's all set, because I want it to harden on that, not in there, because the hardening will be the crust, okay?
Okay.
The praline part, right? What are you doing? You trying to eat it? See, now it's softening again, heating the butter up. Okay, so I'll turn it back off. I love induction ovens. They heat up very, very fast. So now I'm going to pour this all over. And this is the crust, the praline crispy goodness.
Yep.
It is so delicious. There we go. Watch your fingers. I'll spread this out. And then I'm going to put this back. You put it in the fridge or the freezer to set.
Yep.
And then we'll come back to show you. Actually, you know what? This is it. Why do we have to come back?
Yeah.
This is it. This is it. It will set up. The gelatin will set that up, and I keep it in the freezer. Yep. And when I bring it to Thanksgiving or Christmas, I just bring it frozen. Yeah. And then by the time we get to Grandma's house, it's pretty soft.
Yeah.
And it's delicious, and we hope that you enjoy, everybody. Share the video with your friends, and you could win a book, right?
Yeah.
Mahalo.
Sharing is